carb cycling that a little bit, were you ever notice a plateau effect happen when you're eating, when you find your range, right? Like Pat, who does 2x stat in the athlete zone, do you ever find that that'll cap off eventually and you gotta switch it up a little bit after some given point just to, I don't know, restart or kick up the, you know, metabolism?
It seems like if you're under your carb tolerance, then you seem to run well on that. It doesn't seem like you need too much of a shakeup. That said though, a meal once a week where it's off the rails and you have way higher carb content, you go out and you just kind of pick your heels up. Like Barry Sears recommends a cheat meal a week and stuff like that. Instead of making it all an emotionally loaded thing of a cheat meal, I say just loosening it up. You know, you go out on Friday night and you loosen things up and have more carbs or whatever, typically is where it goes. Same deal maybe like Saturday morning, then you're kind of back on the rails. People who loosen things up more tend to have better overall performance. Like I know I've set some of my PRs, the day after having like the nacho, you know, chips and salsa kind of freak out. The next day I was just way more glycogen loaded.
Do you do that a lot? Do you always have a cheat week or a cheat?
I don't like plan it in. I mean, it's just like we're at a place and that seems to be the big good food, and so I'll go for it. And it's just like I don't really like planning it. It's recommended to proceed and follow up with a NorCal margarita. Yeah, totally.
But you always, I mean, you generally 6 days a week, or if you recommend to a client, you'd say 6 days a week at least.
Be pretty tight. Be pretty tight, yeah. And if the person is really trying to lean out, then I'm like, man, I need a month of like perfect compliance on this ideally, and then we'll kind of loosen things up and start mixing it up a little bit. But there's something to breaking all that stuff up. You don't want to be super metronomic, but it's interesting too if you're doing some post-workout carb repletion, then you're breaking it up a lot already. You know, because you're already mixing all that up. You know, you're having protein carb meals post-workout, protein fat meals elsewhere, and you're breaking it up a lot. Yep.